Hello, my beautiful travelers. What an insane last couple of weeks that we have had with the weather. It has been a nightmare for travelers out there. Those that have been caught while they were away traveling and those who are preparing themselves and getting ready to go on their travel have all been up in arms. What should they do? How do they handle this? Who do they call? What are the questions that they are asking themselves? And why it is important that they actually have purchased trip interruption and trip cancellation as part of their insurance plan. We all know the importance of it, but it has never been brought home so much as it has been for the last couple of weeks. And that's what we want to talk about today. Trip interruption, trip cancellation, it is so important. Hi, Olivia here, and you're watching Health Before Travel, the channel that helps you to stop and think about your health and safety before your next trip. But today I also want to add on top of that, as I have in some of my other videos anyways, talk about how important it is to be prepared when you are planning that trip. And if ever there has ever been a message that I really want to drive home, is the importance of that trip cancellation and trip interruption, as it has been this past couple of weeks for those travelers out there. Yes, it is important because you need to know that you do have that protection just in case you have to make those changes to your trip plans. I have an upcoming trip next week to the Dominican Republic. I am actually in that position right now as to what's going on down there. Has there been major damage? What has the outcome of the hurricane on the resort that I'll be staying at? So as a traveler myself, I actually have those questions. Who do I call? How do I find out? Where's the best place to get this information? Here are some of the main questions that people have about their travel plans, and also some of the questions that they probably have when they are in a state of emergency evacuation. Their very first question is, who will I call to find out about the resort that I'll be staying at? What were the damages there? Is it uninhabitable? Will the services that I've paid for, will they be available still? Is everything still up and running? So the best place to start is with your travel agent. Go to your travel agent. They probably have been in contact with the resort itself. If not, they will, and they can get that answer back to you. Also, of course, Google and TripAdvisor, as well as Twitter. People are constantly streaming out all kinds of information about what's actually happening in real time right now. So search, look for yourself and see what are some of the answers that you can get to reassure yourself and your trip plan. Also, you may want to know, can you get your money refunded for your trip? Well, here's the answer to that. If you purchase trip cancellation, trip interruption, chances are you can. But here's the caveat to that. You have had to have purchased that trip cancellation prior to the storm being announced. So for instance, in a hurricane, it has to have been purchased prior to that hurricane being named. Obviously, therefore, you can't find out that Irma has been announced and is going to be hitting this place. Oh, guess what? I need trip cancellation. Can I get me some? No, the answer is no, just because it has already been named and you plan on going to that destination. It doesn't work that way. However, if you purchase it prior to it being named or the storm being identified, then you are covered. And also, don't forget, when you have interruption, that means that you are already away, and while you are away, an emergency evacuation has been called. They actually want to get you out for your own safety reasons, and so it's mandatory in some cases. A lot of times if there's a travel advisory to get you out of there, you will be covered for any costs that you incur while you are getting out of the storm's way. So yes, what happens if you don't have trip cancellation or interruption and it still is a mandatory? Well, it will come out of your pocket. Even though it's out of your hands and there's nothing you can do about it and you have to get out, it doesn't matter. the cost will still come back to you. You will have to pay. So again, the importance of making sure that you have that coverage. Another concern that people have are, let's suppose that you are away and it's actually where you live that actually has come under a travel advisory alert for others. Therefore, maybe putting your own home residence or workplace at risk for a devastating event, and you're actually away. Now it's in reverse. So you need to actually get home and secure your property. So you actually need to cut your trip short, and that therefore is interrupted. Is it going to be covered? The answer is yes, because although in reverse, it very much is something that needs to be taken care of and has to be dealt with. So your interruption actually works for you on that way as well. Another question that people have, is there just one number that I can call if I am in a situation where I just need an immediate response? And the answer to that question is yes, a resounding yes. If you have travel insurance, there is a 1-800 number or 1-866 number. There is an emergency number that you can actually call, and they should be able to help you out with any situation that you may find. There is another company out there called SOS International. They are a medical and travel services firm. They can help you out with most of your travel emergencies out there. Anywhere from losing your passport to getting medications to helping you with your medical emergency needs to evacuations as well. Here is a little short video just to give you a quick synopsis of what they are all about.
What if you could bottle help as easily as you can bottle clean water or life-saving medicine? We're on hand 24/7 to help with the big and small emergencies that can take you by surprise. From helping to replace a lost passport, simple travel advice or medical referrals, to airlifting you from an area of civil unrest. International SOS will leap into action.
I will go ahead and provide you with a link to that video as well as their phone number that you can actually reach out to them. It's for a very small membership fee that you'd have to pay to belong to this organization. However, it does give you that peace of mind for not just trip cancellation, not just travel insurance, but for so many other array of emergencies that can happen while you're away on your trip. Again, helping you to be better prepared. So these are some of the major questions and concerns that travelers have when they are traveling, and they are very real. We have seen that for the last couple of weeks. We have seen that so much in the past as well. And you know that trip cancellation and interruption works so much more than just a travel advisory. There's just so many reasons why it's so important to have that trip cancellation. So I know I've done so many of these videos already. I just really wanted to bring that home to you, especially with where all the hurricanes and the events that are going on right now. I think that a lot of us are starting to think that, this girl is starting to make a lot of sense, and that I am. And so again, don't forget, love to hear from you, love to hear your comments. Please put those down below. If you have an event that you actually had encountered over the last couple of weeks and you want to share that with us, please, please, please go ahead. Don't be embarrassed if you actually fall on the side of you just didn't have insurance. Don't be embarrassed to put that, because that's a message that you will learn from, as well as you can actually pass that on to our other viewers out there. Please consider subscribing, because as you know, I'm here every single week bringing you an update in advice as well as what's going on in the news. I've had a lot of questions about if somebody is away from home and have already started to travel and they need one, more insurance, or two, they just need to get insurance. Can they get that? Join me next week when we cover that topic in detail. Until then, have yourselves a wonderful week, and I will see you then. Bye.